those are some, you know, really pretty simple chords. And the aim of this lesson today is to, you know, help you guys try and be musical when you pick up the guitar, right? And that's kind of should be the main goal anytime we play. I mean, obviously you're going to have times where you're practicing exercises and things like that, and that's fine. You should do that stuff. But also you want to make sure that, you know, really any practice session that you, at times you try to just be musical, right? Just try to pick the guitar up and play. And I know that as a beginner, that's not an easy thing to do, right? So I'm hoping that these shapes here will help you be able to do that, okay? And the other reason I like this too is because this is getting you to traverse the whole neck instead of just staying in this kind of open position that a lot of people seem to be stuck in and only use, right? So everything is really based around E major. I'm not going to get too deep in here with like theory or the names of the chords. Some of these, honestly, I don't even know what they're called. I just know that in the E I can use them with the open E, the open B string, and the open high E. And they sound good, right? I mean, everything's coming from E major, but again, I don't want to get too bogged down in the idea of what these chords are, because this is more about just, you know, like putting your fingers in places and what does this sound like? What does this sound like? You know, I mean, that's what I used to do when I learned how to play. I would just put my fingers in places and try to create, right? So the first chord though is an E major chord, and I'll have all these chords, you know, coming up here on the screen as we go through them, okay? So good old E major, you know, second fret of the A, second fret of the D, first fret of the G. And with all these, your open E and B and high E will be open. Those three strings will always be open. So the fretting will happen on the A, D, and G string. So the second chord here is, I'm keeping my first finger down here the whole time. So I slide this up to the second fret, and then we have 4 on the A, 4 on the D, and then 2 on the G. And that's ring, pinky, index. And I can just slide this shape up to 6, 6, 4. And then we can go back to kind of what the first shape was. So that would be 7, 7, 6. Fingers 2, 3, 1. We move that up a whole step to 9, 9, 8. And we also have 11, 11, 9, which is the same as the second and third shape. Right, there's another shape here that's a little different. And this one's going to be middle finger on 12 of the A, ring finger 13 of the D, and then index on the 11 of the G. Right? And then the one I ended on, which kind of gave it a finale sound, right? That was 11 of the A with the ring, 9 of the D with the index, and 11 of the G with the pinky. Okay? So now, what you're going to want to do is just get familiar with these shapes and just, you know, feel comfortable moving them around. The main thing here is that, you know, my index is really staying grounded for the most part the whole time to the G string, right? So that keeps me grounded. I'm not completely lifting my fingers off the fretboard, right? So I want to try and stay in contact with the fretboard as much as possible. So, you know, the idea again here, I was just making this up, you know, when I started playing in the beginning, right? I was just, you know, moving up. You know, you get a strum pattern going. I'm trying to keep the right hand moving. And then I slid all the way up to 9. Right? It sounds pretty good. Maybe do it again. Or maybe I go up to, and then maybe I move it up. Or maybe I go down to 7, 6. Right? So now I could also start just like individualizing the strings, so doing stuff like this, right? Okay, so there I'm just trying to, you know, keep my right hand moving. Kind of always, I say, keep this bounce going where I'm not just picking the notes like this, I'm actually still kind of moving my right hand, right? Okay, so, you know, I want to keep this lesson short, so, you know, again, the main thing here is just take these chord shapes, they're up here on the screen for you, and try to have fun with them. Put them to a drum beat or something like that too, so you can help yourself stay in time. Also, yeah, please like the videos. Check out everything I got going on here. Patreon.com/bluesyguitar. My website, also tusteamanthus.com. All the YouTube videos. Comment, like, subscribe. If there's a lesson you'd like me to do, let me know. Thanks so much.